Hi, this is Kat with Beadaholique, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can make a pair of dangle earrings using memory wire. So I have an example here of what we're going to be making in this video, and this is just a really fun sort of cascading style, and this is using 3 little pieces of memory wire. It's great for any memory wire scraps that you may have, or you can also just make the earrings using your regular memory wire. Now memory wire is great because it remembers that it's supposed to stay coiled. So you get these really nice perfect little loops that are going to stay nice for you. Also, one of the main features of this earring is I'm actually using an earring hook with the loop facing forward. You'll usually find it when it's twisted to the side so that your earrings will hang nicely that way. But with this nice feature, we can get those nice little loops to lay facing forward. So I brought out some of the True 2 Czech glass Druk beads. And up here I just chose 3 metals. I wanted to do a sort of metal variation. And you'll notice that these are flat. And the ones that I'm going to be using in the video here, just to show a little variation, actually have a really pretty sort of rainbow coating to them. You can kind of see as I move them around, you got that little blue and green that's sort of in there. So just for another little fun thing. And again, these are the True 2 Czech glass Druk beads, and these are just round little 2mm beads. So to complete this project, you're going to need a pair of chain nose pliers, and I've brought out the Xuron 4-in-1 pliers, and I'll show you how you can sort of use the crimping pliers to help your loops along. So this is actually a really perfect tool, but if you don't have this, all you really need is a pair of chain nose pliers. You're going to need the special memory wire cutter. Please don't try to use regular flush cutters. You'll actually hurt your cutters. So you're going to want these special memory wire cutters, and they're actually nice and strong for you. And then you're also going to need a really nice pair of round nose pliers, again, because the wire that you're working with is going to be really thick. So you definitely want to have a nice pair of round nose pliers. So we're going to do this in the video here, but I did want to show you an alternative to using memory wire. And we do have a video showcasing this as well. But this is a pair of earrings that I did, and I made a hoop. And you can see that again, this is that memory wire with that beautiful ear hook facing forward. So this is just another little fun thing that you can do, and I just wanted to kind of showcase this in this video. We do have a full video showing you how to do this guy. All right, so let's go ahead and get started making our pair of earrings. Okay. So to go ahead and take your memory wire, and what you're going to do is, my end is right here, and as you can see, we use only a little bit, but I'm going to cut off just to make sure that I have enough space for what I want to do. I'm going to cut off almost about a full loop, about 3/4 of a loop. So I'm going to start by going to the top and making a simple loop. And just take your wire in your round nose pliers, and all you're going to do is just bend it in until it touches that wire, just like so. And now what we're going to do is we're going to just start picking up our beads. So you can sort of use this end as a little bit of a needle, because again, this is nice and strong for you. So start by picking up 30 of the gold beads, and this will be the longest length that we're going to use, just like in that example I have. And just slide them all the way down. Okay, so I'm just adding my last 2 here, and go ahead and slide those down. And now what I'm going to do is make sure they're nice and flush with that wire loop that I started with. And now all I'm going to do is take my memory wire cutters, and what you're going to want to do is, you see how the cutter, let me just kind of open it up for you, actually has a nice little sort of length to it. The best way to know how much length you're going to need is 1 full length plus another full length. So that's about where you want to cut your memory wire, so that you have enough room for that nice wire loop. Okay? So now we're just going to cut the memory wire and set my scrap aside. And now I have my little tail here, and all I'm going to do is just same as before. Just take that wire and bend it in towards my beads. There you go. And now, like I said, you can take that crimping plier and just sort of crimp it a little bit just to get that wire loop just to touch, because it is a really thick wire. So now I have my first piece done. I'm just going to repeat that process for the other two pieces. And we can use a little bit less each time. Waste not. There we go. Same thing. Just make another little loop at the top. And I did 30 of the gold beads, and now I'm going to do 24 of the dark silver beads for the next piece. And 24, slide that down. Again, we're just going to take our memory wire cutters, move about 2 lengths of the cutters out. There we go. Make a nice cut. And just bend that wire loop in. And just take your little crimping plier and make sure that's nice and closed. Very good. All right, so that is our second piece. And now we're going to move on and do our third piece. Again, same thing. Just cut off some of that memory wire there. And you can tell I'm using a little bit less each time. Make a simple wire loop. There we go. And now I'm going to do 18 of the light silver. Okay, and adding my last one for 18. Again, same technique. Just go ahead and cut off your memory wire. Make that simple wire loop. And just crimp that nice and tight. There we go. So now I have my 3 pieces here, and very simply, what I'm going to do is just open that wire, same as you would a jump ring, and just slide them on one at a time. And now I'm just going to close up that loop. And there you go. Very nice and easy and just kind of fun. You can have a lot of fun with different size beads, or if you wanted to use crystals or anything that you wanted. So really play around with this really fun design. One last little note. I just want to let you know that I sort of did the right hand side or the left hand side, but I did want to let you know that just reverse your pattern. So if you wanted to wear them to be either the larger side in the center or the smaller side in the center, just for when you're wearing them. So you can just go ahead and reverse that design. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can find more videos and tutorials at beadaholique.com.